aitah for refusing to pay off my boyfriend's debt after he asked me for help? Ben and I have been together for just over a year, and recently we moved in together. Things had been going smoothly, our relationship was stable, and we'd begun discussing the future. But, as is often the case, reality doesn't align with the plans we make. Last week, Ben sat me down. He explained that his student debt, which totaled $40,000, was suffocating him. The interest was mounting, and he couldn't see a way out. He believed that now that we were living together and talking about a future, it made sense for me to help him pay it off. In his view, the sooner we could clear the debt, the faster we could get on with the real business of life. Buying a house, taking vacations, building a future. I understood his frustration, but I was blindsided by the request. I'd spent years working and saving for my own goals. The idea of pouring that money into someone else's debt, particularly someone I wasn't married to, felt reckless. I told him I wasn't ready to make that kind of financial commitment and suggested we wait until we were more secure in our relationship. I thought I was being practical. Ben didn't see it that way. He was hurt by my refusal. In his eyes, my hesitation wasn't about money, it was about commitment. He'd been carrying this weight for so long, and when he looked for relief, I wasn't there. Since that conversation, the dynamic between us has shifted. He's grown distant, and every time I try to talk to him, there's a strain. The air in our home, once light, now feels heavy. I've tried to offer solutions, going over his budget, refinancing options, but none of it seems to matter. His response is always the same. If I'm serious about our future, I should be willing to help him now. But for me, it's not that simple. I can't ignore the voice in my head warning me against tying myself financially to someone so early on. I've spoken to friends about it, and opinions are divided. Some agree with me, saying it's a matter of self-preservation. We aren't married, and it would be foolish to risk my financial future. Others think I'm being too cold, that relationships require sacrifice, and that this is one of those times when I need to step up. And so I find myself caught between two opposing forces, the logic of financial security and the emotional pull of supporting the person I love. I feel guilty for saying no, but at the same time, I don't believe I was wrong to set boundaries. Ben is still upset, and I don't know how to bridge the gap between us. So here I am asking, did I make the right decision, or have I let fear of the unknown get in the way of something more important? You are not in error for setting boundaries, particularly in matters as weighty as finances. It is a prudent and natural inclination to safeguard your own future, for to plunge into the responsibility of another's debt without the solid foundation of marriage or a long-term commitment would be, at best, a risk. In choosing caution, you have not acted out of indifference, but out of thoughtfulness. You have offered support in ways that do not compromise your own aspirations, and this alone speaks of the care you hold for him. It is understandable that Ben, beleaguered by the weight of his financial burdens, may feel overwhelmed, but his distress does not obligate you to make sacrifices that you are not yet ready for. Relationships, indeed, call for mutual support, but that support must not come at the cost of your own well-being. Your decision reflects wisdom, not selfishness, and in time, with patience and clear communication, Ben may come to see this truth as well. Hold fast to your instincts. They are not mere whims, but the steady voice of reason guiding you through uncertain waters.